And now I invite the director of Spoon, Markus KEMPKEN.
Bonjour, bonjour.
Markus KEMPKEN, you did almost everything by yourself in Spoon, even the voice. And the film tells a sad and very moving story. Is it a true story?
Spoon is kind of a documentary of my own life. Yes, that's true. There's nothing invented in the whole film. It's all just parts of my life.
Was that hard to decide to make this film? Because you're not, let's say you're not a very young filmmaker, so you decide to did this film recently, or it was an old project?
Well, I do animated films for more than 30 years now, but only recently I came to do more serious stuff. All my other films are funny and small and short and make people laugh. But this is really my very first serious film. I think it was just time for it. And I had to do it in English. I had the whole idea for the film in one evening. I had it all in my mind, the whole film. And so I wrote down the whole text in half an hour, but I had to do it in English. I couldn't do it in German. I needed the distance of the different language to be able to do it. The next morning I did the storyboard, and then quite some time later, because first I had to earn some money to have the time for it, I did the whole production of the film, which lasted only 3.5 months.
And at the end, did you make a German version of the film? Or?
There is a subtitled German version.
Okay.
Which is a bit strange, but yeah.
Your biography says that Spoon is your 15th film. And so when I read your biography, I looked in our database here in Annecy, and I realized that you've never submitted a film before. So it's very strange.
Well, I come from the, punk or underground movement from the 80s, when we did Super 8 films and screened them on underground festivals. I was part of that scene, and I was, at that time, in the 80s, I could never afford having a 35 millimeter print made and submitted to a festival like this. I was here in the 80s, no, in the 90s, sorry, more than 20 years ago. And I was just sitting and wow, all those filmmakers, all those serious filmmakers. And I still feel a bit like being an amateur sneaking in, crashing the party.
When you've decided to make the film, so you made it in English, and I imagine that people from your family or your friend saw it after. So how was that? It was tough for you to show them the film, or it was part of a sort of therapy for you?
Not really, no. The whole topic is closed, so to say, and there's more in my life than just that.
Yeah.
There have been happy moments, I can assure you. So, yes, now it's a film, and it's not a part of me anymore, it's just a film. So, of course, the very first screening, which was just in Stuttgart 1.5 months ago, I was just sitting there biting my nails. But when I saw the audience reacting the way I wanted them to react, I was quite happy.
Okay. Questions for Markus KEMPKEN?
Sorry, I want only to ask you, are your mother still alive?
Yes, my parents are alive. My father has seen the film, and afterwards he said he really didn't knew. So this was the first time he learned about it. My mother hasn't seen the film yet, and I don't know if this will happen. Frankly, I don't care.
You have another question, or? No. Bernard Genet.
Oui, j'ai beaucoup aimé votre film. Ça m'a rappelé un film qui s'appelle aussi Je vais à Disneyland, ou quelque chose comme ça, un court-métrage. Dans la littérature mondiale, il y a beaucoup de livres qui parlent de ça. L'enfant mal aimé par la mère. En France, par exemple, on a un classique qui s'appelle Poil de carotte de Jules Renard. Je voulais savoir si en Allemagne, il y avait aussi un livre, un classique qui parle de ce sujet. L'enfant mal aimé, particulièrement par la mère.
I think it's not about the topic of mothers not loving their children. That would be much too large. And I consciously left out every accusation or explanation. I just showed the things which were. To your question, I don't think there is a special tradition about that in German literature. At least I'm not aware of it. What is emerging, slowly emerging, is of course a culture of consciousness, a culture of observation and awareness about stuff which isn't talked about. You have that in each and every country, but I think in Germany right now there is a certain movement on the rise to make stuff like this visible. And the more visible it gets, I hope the less it will happen. And one result of the film is that several people after the screening attend me and tell me, well, this is like my story, I want to tell you my story. I didn't attend them, it was not my plan that all the people tell their story to me. But if this film makes them talk about their story, then I think I have done something, well, maybe right.
Yeah, there's certainly a need to talk for them, and your film is a sort of invitation to speak, I think.
Hmm?
Is it a documentary?
Yes, as I said in the first.
So you would be happy to have your film screened in a documentary film festival?
Oh, that would be totally okay.
Yeah.
I submitted it to festivals which had a documentary section, so let's see what happens.
Markus, thank you very much.